I never imagined my life would change so suddenly. One morning, my parents told me I was getting married. Not next year. Not next month. In just 2 weeks. I felt my heart drop. I did not even know the man. His name was Amir. I had seen his photo once, but a photo cannot tell you who a person really is. Everyone around me said it was a good match. Amir had a job, a calm nature, and a respectable family. Still, inside me, there was fear. How could I marry a stranger? How could I share my life with someone I had never spoken to? But in my family, saying no was not easy. I stayed silent and agreed. The wedding day came quickly. I smiled for the guests, but my hands were cold. When Amir sat beside me, he was quiet too. He did not look at me much. I wondered if he was unhappy like me, or if he simply did not care. That night, when we were finally alone, the silence felt heavy. We did not know what to say. Days passed slowly. We lived in the same house, but our hearts felt far apart. Amir was polite and respectful. He never raised his voice. He never forced a conversation. Sometimes, that kindness made me more confused. I did not know what he was thinking. I did not know if this marriage could ever feel real. At night, I lay awake and thought about my old dreams. I had wanted love, friendship, and understanding. Now I had a stranger sleeping in the next room. I felt lonely even though I was married. One evening, I noticed Amir sitting alone, reading quietly. For the first time, I wondered if he was also afraid. Maybe we were both trapped in the same situation, unsure how to begin. If you want to know how two strangers slowly begin to understand each other, stay with this story and listen to continue video.
Slowly, small moments began to change things. Amir and I started sharing simple routines. Morning tea. Short talks about work. Quiet dinners. At first, our conversations were careful and short. But even those small talks felt like tiny steps across a wide gap. One day, the electricity went out in the evening. We sat in the living room with only candlelight. The house felt different, calmer, warmer. Amir spoke first. He told me he was nervous on the wedding day too. He said he did not know how to talk to me, because he did not want to hurt me. Hearing this surprised me. For the first time, I felt seen. That night, we talked for a long time. Not about love, but about life. Our childhoods. Our fears. Our disappointments. I learned that Amir never wanted a rushed marriage either. He had accepted it, because he thought it was his duty. Just like me. Days turned into weeks. We began to laugh sometimes. We shared meals, watched simple shows, and even argued gently about small things. Those arguments felt strange, but real. I realized that I was no longer scared of his presence. I started to feel comfortable. One afternoon, I fell sick. Amir took care of me quietly. He brought medicine, made soup, and stayed nearby without saying much. His actions spoke louder than words. I understood then that trust does not always begin with romance. Sometimes, it begins with care. Still, there were moments of doubt. I wondered if comfort was enough. Could comfort turn into love? Or were we just learning to survive together? One evening, Amir said something that stayed with me. He said, "I don't know what the future holds, but I want to try, honestly." His voice was calm, but his words were strong. In that moment, I felt something shift inside me. Maybe this marriage was not a mistake. Maybe it was a beginning I never expected. I stopped thinking of Amir as a stranger. He became a person with habits, moods, and quiet kindness. I learned how he liked his tea. He learned when I needed silence. Our house no longer felt empty. One night, we sat on the balcony, watching the city lights. Amir spoke softly. He said he respected me and wanted to build something real, slowly and without pressure. There was no drama in his words, only honesty. For the first time, my heart felt calm. I realized something important. Love does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes, it grows quietly between shared days and honest intentions. I had married a stranger, but I was choosing him every day. If this story touched your heart, keep learning with us and discover how simple English stories can change the way you listen, speak, and feel. Like, share, and comment my video.